Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Jennifer Holland, CEO and founder of Holland Healthcare. Thank you for joining us, Jennifer.
Oh, thank you, Fred. Great to be here.
And you're talking to us from Australia, correct?
Yes, that's correct. I'm in Sydney at the moment. I normally spend most of my time in Houston, but came home when everything sort of started transpiring over there.
Terrific. Well, tell us about the company. What is Holland Healthcare all about?
Yeah, look, Holland Healthcare is about creating simple, affordable medical solutions for people at home and also, medical professionals. So we actually use transparent plastic and light refraction to create fantastic viewing products to look inside the mouth and also inside the ear, and then be able to use those devices to connect people via telehealth to their doctor or dentist.
Telemedicine, obviously, for some obvious reasons, is growing pretty rapidly today, with people not wanting to visit doctors' offices or hospitals if they can avoid it. So tell us about the gadgets that you have and how this got started.
Yeah, look, I actually, back in 2010, I actually had an idea to take the wooden tongue depressor and the handheld flashlight and make it into a one-handed device with the light source located inside the mouth. So that's we first created or invented TelScope. And then it was actually in 2017, I had my little boy who continuously suffered from tonsillitis, and we were going to and from the doctor's clinic. I'd pack, my 4 children into the car, and we'd end up coming home with a lot more germs than what we ended up going with. So I thought there must be an easier way for me to be able to stay at home and connect, my son's sore throat to a doctor so that they could send a prescription to my pharmacy if he needed one. So that's when I thought, if we transform TelScope into a digital health tool which could attach to any type of smartphone, maybe we could help mums and dads at home connect, their children's sore throats or sore tooth to a doctor or a dentist instead of actually, heading off to the doctor every time you have an oral health concern. So that's how it started for us.
What's your background that led you to be able to do this?
Well, I have a little bit of an unusual background. I actually was born deaf, and I had quite a few years where I couldn't hear. So I do put my invention skills down to that experience. I spent a lot of time, struggling with communicating with the world and trying to sort of interpret it, I guess, from a young age. And what I used to find is I used to create a lot of different things at home to make my life simpler in the learning process. So I actually had speech pathology classes and, was always in and out of ENT surgeries from, up until probably the age of 11. So I kind of, my way of, working out the world was actually simplifying it by creating different inventions. So I had a lot of those going on in the home from a young age, and I moved out of home at 16 and wanted to be fiercely independent, and started my first business at 19. And, it was when I had my first child that I discovered TelScope, and I realized that was the one thing that I was so passionate for, and I wanted to pursue that side of it. So I did end up attending university and becoming a financial accountant and working for government, but my true passion was being a mother and then, an inventor. So that's what led me here today.
It's a marvelous story, and obviously you're hearing now, so that was taken care of medically?
It was. So from a young age, I had hearing aids up until the age of 3. And then they found that I just started hearing again at the age of 3, and I was very lucky. But again, it severely affected my speech development, and then also, education for me at school was quite difficult. So it kind of led me down a different path. But I'm very grateful for that because, it gave me the gift of being able to use my hands and actually think outside the box. So when people think about something, I always kind of take it to the next level. And that's why I think, I invented ThroatScope and now our new system, TelScope.
Well, tell us about the TelScope. That's brand new, and it's just been launched on Indiegogo for fundraising there to create the product. Tell us what it does and what it looks like.
Yeah, so TelScope it looks like, I guess, a really cool, slim, and it lights up. It actually slides on to a smartphone, and any type of smartphone, which was one thing that I wanted to really create during our development phase, make sure that it could attach to anything from an iPad, through to a tablet, through to a different type or shape or sizes of smart devices. So that was our key in development. So we use a little metal clip, and it actually can attach to a smart case or a phone case, and you just simply slide our handle onto it. You click on the TelScope app, and it opens up. You can examine the person or the patient or the child in front of you with the actual device, and inside the mouth, so you can depress the tongue. And whilst you're doing that, you can capture your image with the TelScope app. The other side to it, which is really exciting, which we're seeing now coming out, is for teledentistry purposes. So right now, given the current environment, we've found a lot of people, are having issues with their oral health, whether it be a sore tooth, and not being able to go into the dental clinic. So using our device, they can actually retract the side of the cheeks. It's like a tongue depressor, and it goes down the side of your cheek. And if you pull it to the side, it illuminates the back molars. So a lot of the time, those wisdom teeth might be giving you an issue. So, being able to illuminate down there and capture an image, send it off to your doctor or your dentist, and they can give you that advice from the comfort of your home. That is what this device is all about, and that's why we wanted to bring it to you as soon as possible. And that's why we launched onto the Indiegogo campaign for our pre-sales.
How soon will you be able to get this into the hands of consumers who want to purchase or medical professionals?
Yeah, sure. So we have about our first production run is due at the end of May. So we're very close, and we're hoping by June we'll actually have that stock hitting in the US and also in Australia.
Very exciting. Tell us about pricing and how people will be able to buy it. I mean, you mentioned Indiegogo,
yeah, sure.
But you'll have other outlets too, I assume, eventually.
Correct. So that's right. So we are available in 8 countries, and we have 42 medical distribution partners already set up. We also have our online website. We have 2 warehouses based in the US, Chicago, Michigan, which we'll ship product from. So you can order via our online website. You can order via Amazon. And yeah, basically we're all ready to go, and we're doing those pre-orders now via Indiegogo. Otherwise, once the product officially launches next month in June, you'll be able to buy it via our website, medical distribution partners, or our Amazon partner.
And the pricing once again?
Yes, so the pricing is sitting at about $99 for one of the TelScope systems. So that's the recommended retail, but on our Indiegogo campaign, it's actually $29. So we are discounting it 76%, and basically we're not making any money off of that. And we're doing that because we're seeing the current environment at the moment, and we're not sure how long, everyone will be restricted to going to their doctor or dentist. We really want to get this out there as soon as possible. So we want everyone to have the opportunity to be able to purchase it.
And you're saying it actually works with an app on Android and iOS?
That's correct. So the TelScope app is available on iOS and the Android stores, and anyone can download that now. The only issue is that you will need the product to be able to use that efficiently.
What reaction do you get from medical professionals, from physicians who are involved in telemedicine? I'm sure you've had some reactions already in testing this out.
Yeah, definitely. So we work with a lot of groups who go into remotely located areas, Aboriginal communities here in Australia. And what they've been finding is when they're on an oral health clinic and they're assessing, an adult child and they see an oral health concern, they might see a lot of tooth decay or something like that. They want to be able to take an image and actually send that direct to a dentist. So that's one of the big or really great ideas for our device, is that it can be easily transportable, used in about, so many different situations, whether it's an oral health professional sending it through to a specialist or a dentist for another opinion, whether it's a speech pathologist using it and seeing an oral health concern they want to connect to a dentist. There's just so many different ways that they can be used, and because our mission is always to be simple, affordable, and also superior in image offering, we actually, have created something that, so many different medical professionals and patients can use across the board.
Where is it that people can go for more information about this and some of your other products? You've got several others on the market as well.
Yes, we do. So you can jump on to hollandhealthcareinc.com and you will find our product offering there, and that'll also give you a link to the Indiegogo campaign for TelScope.
Once again, it's hollandhealthcareinc.com. Congratulations on what you're doing, Jennifer. We appreciate you taking the time with us, and stay healthy.
Wonderful. Thank you, Fred, and great to be here with you. Thank you.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C. Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on C. Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C. Crane.